I challenged myself to speedrun Super Mario 64, the most speedrun game of all time, in under 20 minutes, and I only gave myself 48 hours to do so. The only problem is I don't really have any experience with speedrunning. I only did few Bowser Jr. Classic Mode speedruns in Smash, and I don't even have a lot of experience with Super Mario 64. I just beat the game a few weeks ago for the first time. Let's talk about the speedrun now. I chose the 16 stars category because it looked like the most fun for a scrub like me. Yeah. In this category, almost 2k people submitted their runs, and over 500 of those runs were under 20 minutes. So it shouldn't be that hard then, right? Then I started to search for a 16 star route, and I found a SM64 speedrun wiki which had a beginner route. I don't have any clue how good this routing is, but I still went with it because I have no idea. Before I continue, I am going to talk about few of the most important skips of this route. Lakitu skip. If you long jump at the corner of the bridge, you can skip the Lakitu cutscene to save few seconds. Bomb clip. If you throw and re-grab the bomb like that, you can get backwards momentum with the bomb. If you manage to get that, you can go to the grid and throw the bomb to clip into it. Cannonless. You can clip through this corner if you do this specific setup. Really good players can also do it without a setup. Mips clip. After collecting 15 stars, Mips the rabbit spawns. With Mips, you can clip through doors if you do few specific things. BLJ. BLJs, or also called backwards long jumps, you can get a lot of momentum. You can do stuff like clipping through doors with it. That was a quick summary of all important skips of this route. Then I started to do a slow run. That means I played through the route once to get a feeling where I have to go and what I have to do. And I also tried to do 3 of the speedrun tricks while I was doing the slow run. It took me over 3 hours to finish one run. I know, this was a slow run, but even in my normal playthrough I finished the game in roughly 6 hours with 70 stars, and this was 16. Bruh. After my slow run, I started practicing. I started to practice every single skip I needed for this run for hours and hours, just to get a little bit more consistent at all of these tricks. And after practicing for more than 12 hours, I did my very first speedrun to see how it would go. Wait, I'm not summoning Salt. So my very first finished run of Super Mario 64 took me 26 minutes and 18 seconds to complete. It was almost sub 25, which is fine for my first attempt ever, but it's still more than 6 minutes behind the time I want, and I only have like not that much time left to improve. After my first run, I went to bed, woke up and started to stream again with my second Super Mario 64 run. And I actually got a sub 25 in this with a time of 24 minutes and 47 seconds, which is pretty good for my second run, but still not enough. That's why I started to practice again for a few hours to increase my consistency, and after that I tried another run. And this run was actually better than my previous run. Until the last Bowser fight where I fucked up everything. Because of the bad Bowser fight, I actually didn't PB in this. I got a 25-17. After that run I was like, Yeah, I can beat my personal best easily. But in reality it was as bad as my very first run. It was actually this exact same time as my first run I did in Smash what? Super Mario 64. Even after those 2 horrendous runs, I decided to do another one without practicing in between. And this run actually had great potential to be the one. And with this run, I beat my old personal best with a 23:21. Still not quite enough, but I improved rapidly with almost every single run I did. That meant to me I still had the chance to beat this challenge. Almost 47 hours into the challenge, I started another run, which had a really good pace to beat the challenge. Few gold splits here and there and just generally solid gameplay, I beat my PB with a 22:13, actually improving my time by over a minute. Fail compilation. I had less than 45 minutes left to beat the challenge. It was a race against time, and I instantly started a new run. Sadly, I didn't improve in this run because I got a 24:50, but I still had time for one last run. I lost this challenge. My last run was a 24:12. Oof. I lost the challenge, but I'm still happy with my 22:13. And if you look at my sum of best, I could have gotten a sub 20 time. This challenge was definitely possible to beat, but it's really hard to get consistent results in 48 hours. And consistency is really important in a speedrun. So you can't really suck like I did, but yeah. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe, it would help me a lot. And if you have any ideas for more challenges or video ideas, feel free to comment it below. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next ones, I guess.